Have you booked that trip to Ireland yet? Press the green button and visit the island of Ireland. See Ireland.com.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
The Warrington Irish Club, a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club. Give Frank a call on 01925 243 363.
Mulligan's Funeral and Monumental Services are a family-owned funeral service first established by the late Brian Mulligan in 1996. We provide funeral homes in Gorton, Manchester and Reddish Stockport, and we pride ourselves on giving a friendly and professional service to all the families who use our service. Contact us on 0161 432 0809.
Founded in Kilkenny, Ireland in 1702, but lost on a bet on a horse race in Deauville, France, 1918. Sullivan's was re-established a few years ago by direct descendants of two great Kilkenny brewing families, the Smithwicks and the Sullivans. We're about to embark on our own journey across the United Kingdom. But this time, we won't bet the brewery. Sullivan's. Brewing is in our blood.
Press the green button and visit the island of Ireland. See Ireland.com.
Hello to you all and a very warm welcome to the show. This week we'll be telling you a story about St. Bernadette's Relic, which is based at Lourdes in France, where a few weeks ago the Relic came on tour around churches and cathedrals in the UK, and it was a very special occasion. But first up tonight, Trudy McGroarty, the service manager from Birmingham Irish, arranged a surprise party for two of the most distinguished people at the Birmingham Irish Association. That's Maurice Malone, the CEO, who recently received his MBE from Buckingham Palace, and Pat Reihill, who has served as 8 years as chairman and was retiring. Trudy certainly done her very best to surprise the two of them.
This has been the best kept secret ever. It's tormented my life for weeks. I've lied to you, to Maurice, to everybody else. We've all lied to everybody on behalf of tonight. So obviously we are here to say a few words about Maurice getting the Queen's Medal. And we're also here to give you a send-off that you deserve, Pass.
Trudy, what a wonderful night you arranged here tonight in secret.
Yes, Martin. Never thought we'd be able to keep it secret, but yes, we did. Great turnout, great surprise for both parties, because one knew about the other and the other knew about the other, but they both just didn't know it was about both of them. So yes, very, very well kept secret.
You've been planning this for a few months.
Yes, it's been in the pipeline for a while. I didn't put it out there at the time because I knew a couple of months we'd never be able to keep it secret. So it's only been out there for the last 3 weeks, but it's been the longest 3 weeks of my life. To anyone who doesn't know, we contacted the President in Ireland and told them a little bit about Pat and all the service he's done, and we obviously told him about Maurice receiving the Queen's Medal. I never really didn't expect a response, but we got an absolute lovely response from the President himself.
As President of Ireland, I am so deeply grateful to those who, with unfailing generosity, reach out a hand of friendship and solidarity to our Irish communities abroad, including those who begin the difficult and often lonely task of building new lives in towns and cities far away from family and home. Several generations have now benefited from the work of the Birmingham Irish Association, which has, for over 60 years, provided an invaluable source of support and assistance to the Irish community in Birmingham. I join with all of the staff, board members and volunteers of the Birmingham Irish Association in congratulating Pat and Maurice on all their achievements. I wish them both success in all their future endeavours. Michael D Higgins, President of Ireland. Back in the summer of 2013, what's that, about 8-9 years ago now. So I became chair then, and that was in the midst of the financial crisis as we were trying to ride that out and to deal with all the difficulties that we had to surface as funding and austerity meant that funding was cut for the third sector. And then the year after, our then chief executive stood down and we were tasked with finding a new chief executive. And that's when Maurice threw his hat in the ring, and as good fortune would have it, he secured the post. He stood head and shoulders above the rest of the candidates. I think, as I said in my remarks tonight, that one of the people wrote on their summing up remarks, yes, yes, yes. And if I've done nothing else in the organisation, appointing Maurice Malone as chief executive has helped to ensure that the organisation has gone from strength to strength and is in very safe hands for the future.
And of course, funding is vitally important to Birmingham Irish for the great work that you do.
Of course, the reality is you can't do anything without money, and we've been fortunate in terms of the funders that we've had historically. The Irish government have been key players and continue to give us money through the Immigrant Support Programme. We're deeply indebted to Birmingham City Council for the grants that they continue to give us, and of course to the generosity of individual funders, very often who prefer to remain unsung and want to keep their generosity to themselves and close to their chest. We were fortunate in that we got some additional funding during the pandemic because we were an organisation that was able to respond in a very timely fashion and in a very fleet-footed way to get things out to the community. So what monies we got in, we used very, very productively to get to the people who needed it most.
As you know, almost a year ago, I think, Pat, we got the letter from Downing Street to say that we'd been nominated. I'll use the word we because it is about us. It's not, even though the award's in my name, it is very much about everybody in this room, and it's great that tonight I get the opportunity to do it whilst we have our volunteers, we have members of the community, we have our staff, our very special staff. Some of them are more special than others, but not looking at anybody in particular. We have our our lovely Susan here, who's from the City Council, who is very supportive and buys into all the things that we do. So I was due to attend to pick up my medal. It's been put off and put off and put off. So what I decided to do was go and get it just for tonight. So we've foregone all the pomp and circumstance of going and receiving it. So what I'd like to do, Pat, you can receive this. So here is the British Empire Medal, which has been obviously awarded to us. And even though it's got my name on, and I'm keeping it because it's worth a few bob, because it is silver, but this, as Pat said, is for everybody here. So Pat, I'd like to bring this to you, give it back in a minute, to accept on behalf of all of those.
Maurice helped to ensure a sense of calm, steadiness, while many were often running around like headless chickens. It's that unflappability which has helped us to be where we are here today. On a personal level, I would like to thank Maurice for allowing me to get a proper night's sleep, safe in the knowledge that the organisation was in the safest of hands.
Maurice, many congratulations on receiving the MBE on behalf of Birmingham Irish Association.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's a great honour, not only for me personally, but for all the staff and the volunteers and the community that we work with and have supported us over this past 12 months and many years before that. So yeah, we're all delighted and it's a real privilege for us.
And of course it was a very special night here tonight. Your family came along to support you and so many other people here. It was lovely.
It was great to see them, and you know, my family have always been behind me in everything I've tried to do, and they're very supportive. And you know, obviously they were the first person I ever spoke to when we got the letter about the award, and it was great to see everybody else turn out tonight. It was a very emotional night for us all for one reason or another, but it was great. It's great to see the people we work with and the people who work for us all coming together and celebrating.
It was lovely to see the medal. I actually handled it and it was beautiful to handle, and this means so much to you.
It does. It's fantastic recognition, but as I've said many times, it's not about me. It's about the people who I work with and who work with me, and everybody out in the community and the GAA clubs, everybody who supported us. And now, even though it's, I'll be taking the medal home and I'll be the proud owner of the medal, the medal's for everybody who we support and who support us.
Now, of course, you had all the committee here as well from the Birmingham Irish Association. It's great to see them. A little bit of sadness with the current chairman retiring.
Yeah, I mean, Pat's been with us for many years, and when you're used to seeing the same face all the time, it's hard for him not to be here. I mean, he's been brilliant as chairman, but yeah, it'll be sad to lose Pat.
Many congratulations on becoming the new chairman of the Birmingham Irish Association.
Well, thank you very much, Martin, and I hope I can do a job like my predecessor, Pat Reihill. It was kind of unexpected, although there was rumours, but however, you never know until you know. And at the vote, I was unanimously elected, and it gives me great pleasure to be leading this fantastic organisation. And with all the people involved and the help I'll be given, I've been told by the fellow trustees, which will make my job a little bit easier, I hope. And people like you, Martin, and your good wife here, who help us over the years and promote us for what we are, Until we met you, we've done this kind of work, but it's been never an outside world, and now everybody knows us, So thank you very much, and I hope I can justify the role.
So very well deserved for your tireless commitment over the years, Pat, too many years to mention, to the Irish community.
Now, Birmingham Irish Association, of course, you're always busy caring and looking after for people in the community. How is it going these days?
We've been busy a lot in the front office with phone calls. People are very worried, like a lot of our staff as well, about the fuel costs now, electric and gas going up, even petrol, on some of them getting to work. I have got an idea in my head, Martin, but it hasn't come to light yet, so I will let you know.
The work that Birmingham Irish Association does is outstanding. It's a one-off, I think. You go out to so many people, you bring hot meals to so many people, you care for people in here. It's a multitude of things. It's a big organisation to run.
It's very good, but we've got dedicated staff. I think that's the thing. Everybody who's on board here wants to work here. It's not a pay packet at the end of the month. It is about going above and beyond the call of duty. And that's what we all sign up for, and that's luckily what we all do. And we all just muck in when we need to.
Before we let you go, Trudy, maybe you might like to say a big hello to your daddy over there in Donegal.
Oh, yes. I've just spent 5 days with my dad in Donegal, and I miss him every time I leave. He's in Donegal town at the moment, so hi, Dad, and I'll be over soon before Christmas.
Lovely, Trudy. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin, and thank you, Annette.
It's time for us to take a break, and when we come back we'll be returning to the Birmingham Irish Association celebrations, and we'll also be telling you the story of St Bernadette's Relic.
Have you booked that trip to Ireland yet? Press the green button and visit the island of Ireland. See Ireland.com.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
The Warrington Irish Club, a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports are shown on big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and craft. Pop in for a friendly welcome and book your event at the Warrington Irish Club. Give Frank a call on 01925 243 363.
Mulligan's Funeral and Monumental Services are a family-owned funeral service first established by the late Brian Mulligan in 1996. We provide funeral homes in Gorton, Manchester and Reddish, Stockport, and we pride ourselves on giving a friendly and professional service to all the families who use our service. Contact us on 0161 432 0809.
Founded in Kilkenny, Ireland in 1702, but lost on a bet on a horse race in Deauville, France, 1918. Sullivan's was re-established a few years ago by direct descendants of two great Kilkenny brewing families, the Smithicks and the Sullivans. We're about to embark on our own journey across the United Kingdom. But this time, we won't bet the brewery. Sullivan's. Brewing is in our blood.
Press the green button and visit the island of Ireland. See Ireland.com.
Welcome back. This week we're at the Birmingham Irish Association for a surprise party for Maurice Malone, the CEO, who recently received the MBE from Buckingham Palace, and Pat Reihill, who was just retired after being chairman for 8 years.
Can we just have a big round of applause for Maurice and Pat?
People probably don't see the work he puts in behind the background, but everything we come up with, any crazy new idea or project, Pat's always there 100%. So we tried to convince him to stay, but it was time to go. He's done his time and he's earned his rest. So that was very sad. But we welcome our new chair. So Pat O'Neill is the new chair of the organisation, and he's got big boots to fill, but everybody knows Pat. Pat knows everybody. So it's probably an ideal chairperson for us, because going forward we want to start engaging with the wider community and the businesses in Birmingham, and Pat's the man.
Maurice and I know each other for years, and as Pat said in his speech this evening, it is like a marriage, CEO and chair, because we have to work together. We have our disagreements, but in the whole, if you've got a good CEO and as chair, it makes my job so easy, and hopefully we can work together. We have done for years anyway, you know.
Yes, there are some real high marks during the time that I was chair. Certainly the photographic exhibition, the video exhibition, we built this city, which was talking about the contribution of the Irish in terms of what they did in Birmingham, both in terms of the building, but also in teaching and in health and nursing and social care. That was really, really important, and that was a very well received piece of work we did. Of course, the other landmark that sticks out, two in particular. One is the presidential visit in 2019, where the hall we're in today was packed to the rafters, and if I remember rightly, you were there and you've recorded all that for posterity's sake, and the President was so warmly received by literally hundreds. It was, if we'd been selling tickets, we would have made a few quid that particular day and boosted the coffers a little bit. And then the other thing, which is a kind of an enduring landmark to what the Irish are about reconciliation, is the monument that sits just outside New Street Station to commemorate the ghastly, dreadful pub bombings in 1974, but which is a testimony to light over darkness, and which is about the enduring hope over despair, and recognising the fact that the Irish themselves suffered dreadfully during that time, and the amount of violence that was visited upon them. But we move on and we move upwards, and we hope for better times ahead, all of us.
On behalf of your team, the whole of the association, everybody that you've looked after, the young children and everything like that, this is to yourself, and thank you very much from us all.
Thank you.
Pauline, tell me a little bit about your job here at Birmingham Irish Association.
I'm a children's support worker for Birmingham Irish Association, and at the moment I'm going out to schools and I'm delivering workshops all about dementia and helping children to understand dementia in a simple, child-friendly and fun way. So it's enabling the children that do have a family member with dementia to get that support and find out some more information, and also for children to just get to know about dementia really and find out more, because of the society we live in at the moment now. So many more people are being diagnosed, so it's important to raise that awareness.
Now, of course, we caught up with you about 18 months ago at one of your days when you were out visiting a school and telling all the school children about dementia and how to deal with it and what to kind of look for in their grandparents or whatever. And this is really, really educational.
It is, it's brilliant. We've had a fantastic response from all the schools, especially this year, because this has been the first year we can really start visiting schools again. And we've had a real great feedback from all the schools involved. I've been going out to schools and delivering workshops and just helping children to understand, but playing lots of memory games, getting to think about how they use their memory each day. And then some children will open up then and tell me about some family members that have dementia that they know as well. We're reaching out to as many schools, as many local primary schools as we can. A lot of schools have rejoined the project again this year, which is really positive, and they've really enjoyed being part of the project. The children have really enjoyed it. They enjoy the games, they enjoy the discussion, so it's lovely to get that positive feedback and encourage lots more schools to get involved.
And of course, people and the Birmingham Irish appreciate the effort that you put into all your work. And of course, we saw you tonight receiving a lovely award.
Yes, it's fantastic for the project to get the recognition, and I'm really proud to be part of the project. And it's just lovely to be going out to visit schools and being part of such a special project.
It's been hard the last 2-3 years with the pandemic and recovering. And now we've got the cost of living crisis facing us, and we're really anxious how particularly the vulnerable clients in our community are going to cope over the coming months. So we've just started thinking about what we're going to do for the winter, how we can help people, and it's it's going to be challenging times, but with the fantastic staff and the volunteers and the community, I've got no worries. We'll certainly be there again.
Pat, thank you so much for all the wonderful work you've done for the Irish community here in Birmingham during your time as chairman of Birmingham Irish. Well done.
It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been the pleasure of my life. Thank you.
Many congratulations to Maurice Malone on receiving the MBE for the great work that he does with Birmingham Irish. It's well and truly deserved. And a big thank you to Pat Reihill, who has served Birmingham Irish for the last 8 years as chairman, doing great work behind the scenes. And I'm sure Birmingham Irish will continue to do great work in the future with our new chairman, Pat O'Neill, who is a very prominent person in Birmingham. Now, St Bernadette's Relic is based at Lourdes in France, and recently it came on a tour of the churches and cathedrals here in the UK, and lots of people came out to have a blessing with the relic.
Gwyneth, tell me a little bit about the visit of Our Blessed Lady's relic here to Salford Cathedral.
Well, I think we're really lucky. It's very precious. It's something that's much wanted and much longed for, certainly here in the Diocese of Salford, where there's been a very long tradition of visiting Lourdes since 1924, when the very first pilgrimage took place. And if you think of the last couple of years that we've had, and pilgrims have not been able to travel out to Lourdes, then it's just a very opportune time that we're fortunate that the relics are being brought to us here in the United Kingdom. In terms of the relics coming, a couple of years ago when the bishops of England and Wales came together, and it was raised as a possibility, and then the directors' conference, the priests that organise the pilgrimages each year, they spoke about it, and then they approached the authorities at the shrine in Lourdes to ask if it would be possible. And this comes on the back of a tour of the relics to America as well. So yeah, we're very lucky.
It's really important for us to welcome St Bernadette's relic for lots of reasons. The first being that it gives all of us in the Christian life a boost. St Bernadette's life, her witness, the Lord calling her to fulfil her particular vocation in life, is a reminder to all Christian men and women, wherever we are, whatever state in life we have, that we too are called by God through our baptism, through our Christian initiation, to live our yes. St Bernadette was an example to us. That's why having the relic here of a saint encourages us all, priests, lay people, young, old, all of us, to see that God's inviting us to live a particular way of life in love, of service to Him and to each other. And it is possible. The lives of the saints show us this. I'm looking at the people that are gathered, all different ages, children right up to grandparents, all here coming to express their faith. It's a really important thing to realise and to know. There is no catastrophe, there is no problem in our faith. People are expressing their faith, they're eager to rejoice and to express the faith that they have, and we can see it all around us here. Each diocese, each area where she goes, they're responsible for putting together a series of liturgies and meetings and open visits for people. This evening we've got major youth services and torchlight time of rosary with the relics, and then first thing tomorrow morning a mass for workers on their way to work. And then we've got various masses. We've got a mass of anointing of the sick in the afternoon, and then in the evening we have a mass of thanksgiving and of goodbye to the relics as we send them on to the next community of faith, which I believe is the Syro-Malabar community in Preston.
You're very heavily involved with the Lourdes visits as well. Tell me a bit about that.
On a typical pilgrimage there are maybe 400 to 600 pilgrims. And on a good year, maybe 300 young volunteers from the sixth forms throughout the diocese who all come together to go on pilgrimage and travel together and have a real spiritual experience. It's great to see young people giving back to their communities, and when you say we do have elderly and disabled pilgrims that come with us, it's those young volunteers that come that enable those other pilgrims to have a full pilgrimage programme and take part in all the services and attend the processions that are there with people from all nationalities. And in terms of that spirituality bit, it's just very touching and very humbling to be part of something like that, and it's putting your faith into action.
Father, thank you so much for giving us your time today, and it's lovely, really lovely for the people of Manchester to see Our Blessed Lady's relic here today.
Thank you very much, and God bless you, and for all of your listeners and for all those who are participating through this medium, please be assured that today, tomorrow, I will keep them all in my prayers, asking the Blessed Mother, through the intercession of St Bernadette, to be close to them, to bring healing and peace. And thank you to you.
We hope that the relic gave inspiration to all those people who came along, and lots of people felt it was like being at Lourdes. Well, that's about the end of the show for this week. Don't forget, Henry McGlade is back with us next Thursday evening with his show from County Mayo at 7 o'clock. And we're here as usual at 7:30. Until then, take good care and we'll see you next time.